We are currently open. We are selling everything but marijuana, unfortunately, right now, due to conditions laid out by the legal system. We aren't allowed to carry any marijuana anymore.
And those who showed up to buy weed aren't happy about it.
It'd be nice to get it in a nice, casual place, but, you know, I'll just get it up the street.
There's drugs being sold on the street as we stand, within probably 40 feet of us.
But people didn't have to go that far to get pot. At the front door to the Kine, there were open drug deals and no shortage of people lighting up. People leaving the cafe were approached by others, ready to offer up what the cafe no longer can.
Within 50 feet to 100 feet of us right now, the street dealers are back, and they're doing a roaring business, not only in medicinal herb, i.e. marijuana, all the cocaine and everything other ugly thing is out there right now. It's happening right now.
Happen faster. It's not going to make the public feel better or want to support it. So, I mean, I would urge them to shut down.
And if they don't, it's likely the city will pull their business license at a show cause hearing scheduled for October the 6th.
Now, is there a publication ban on your own case, or is that just on Carole's case?
Because I'm jointly charged with Carole Gwilt, I believe there is a publication ban on myself as well.
On October 6th, that's the date that there will be a show cause hearing at City Hall. And what that is the business license of Kine will come into question. And
now, City Council isn't meeting until October the 6th for Kine's business license hearing.
And hopefully we can get some ideas about this publicity ban. The real fear is it's been asked for by the Crown because they fear this court case becoming a rallying point where people might gather in the numbers that they did at the original raid at the courthouse or something like that. And well, maybe if that's not what they want, that's what they may get. Who knows?
As well, at the same time, coincidentally, on October 6th, that is the next court date for the owner of Kine.
How long will you guys keep reopening? What if the police move in?
As long as we can, as long as we can. But I mean, we do not have the resources or the finance to fight the state forever. I mean, we don't have those kind of resources.
7 of the 8 are free, but cafe owner Carole Gwilt remains in custody for violating her bail conditions. Her lawyer says she'll soon make a renewed bid for bail. Kine was raided by police last month and closed permanently last night when its operators surrendered their business license.
I believe that surrendering the business license to the city will show the court that there is some compassion on our side and there's some understanding on our side. We irritated a lot of people apparently, and we're just in some ways saying, yeah, okay, well, you're right for now.
8 accused will be back in court on the 20th.
So if they got to crush you, break your spirits, they don't give a shit about the guy who's trying to make money selling drugs, right? Because that's an impulse they understand, right? That's just pure greedy self-interest. We relate to that. That we won't punish you so well. This is a capitalist society. After all, what do we expect, right? But us, an act of principle, that's rare, and that's to be condemned. And those are the kind of people that have to be put away. So, of course, that's how they phrase it, too. You're flaunting the law. You're actually unashamed out there. Then, like the witches, well, then you must die. You must go. And so that's why we get treated much worse. Now, unfortunately, you haven't been sentenced yet, so we got to hope that somehow in your case they make an exception.
The former owner of a notorious Vancouver pot cafe has been released from jail. Carole Gwilt, who owned Kine Cafe, spent a little more than a month in prison after being accused of breaking her original bail conditions following her arrest in September. Police raided Kine Cafe last month and charged Gwilt with trafficking and benefiting from the proceeds of crime. Just days after being released, Gwilt was arrested again when police accused her of breaking her bail conditions.
So what charges are you facing now?
A couple counts of possession for the purpose of trafficking and a couple counts of possession of proceeds of crime.
Proceeds of crime. The proceeds of crime are money taken for alleged weed sales, got to figure. All right. And, well, how do you feel about all that? Like, you were in jail for 31 days. I was in jail for 32 days. I was in jail for 62 days. What do you think of that?
That was all right. I mean, I knew when I got into this that was a risk. And,
but it still feels weird, doesn't it? Because that's what I thought about.
It feels weird. I look at things differently.
So, Rob, then, is this then the end of what Kine supporters have been calling their struggle? Gwilt's lawyer says his client plans to take her fight to legalize pot off the streets and into the courts. Kine Cafe has since closed.
This is something that we're building, but for myself, I'm doing a charter challenge. We need this to be legalized, so there's not even an issue.
Constitutional challenge? You got one
for
coming?
Me, yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about that.
I'm trying to broaden the definition of medical use.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're looking at? Like, or not? I don't want you to speculate, but how are you mentally prepared to go to jail, or?
I believe I am. I'm mentally, but I'm not ready for a long.
So is it mostly good memories still?
It's a long fight.
When you put it all together, it's mostly good memories.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of what we did. I mean, we brought so many people. We put a face to every day. We have to plead to the people who smoke pot to get up and stand up and be counted and get your voice heard. You have to get to the government and get to the police and get an awareness of what is going on in this country with the drug war. The drug war is killing thousands of people, and there are thousands of people who are taking a lot of pharmaceutical drugs because they have no other option, because they're in the control of the government. People have to, somebody who's being affected by this, you can't just turn the other way. You have to do something. It's your obligation to do something to end this drug war.
I think it's time for us to have a national debate and maybe have a referendum on whether we want to legalize marijuana in this country. And until that happens, I think you're going to continue to see these kind of problems. I think you're going to have this shop pop up and another shop pop up, and not just in this city, but every city. And every city is going to have the same problem.
Let's see, thanks. Thank you.
Will the thirsties are the hardest things on you anymore?
Who do you represent? Who do you represent? I bet you smoke pot, I can tell. I know a pot smoker. You smoke pot, admit it. You smoke pot with your buddies in high school. There's a pot smoker. Big guy like donuts and marijuana. Truth is out, buddy. Truth is out.
For Mike Swan, how hypocritical of the Vancouver police to come down on Kine for selling pot. Yet at any moment, on any day, you can go down to Pender across from the cop shop and buy crystal, heroin, coke, or anything else you may desire. But the police just can't seem to do anything to stop it.
She should have a right to do what she needs to do to make her buck,
Why not? BC Bud, good stuff.
Baby. I think the main point there is that prohibition does not work. Prohibition doesn't deter youth.
Jim Clark has smoked pot for 37 years. For him, this store is the way to go.
Prohibition didn't work for alcohol in the 20s and 30s. Why would it work on drugs?